Where to go for evidence-based vaccine and malaria travel advice? That's today's topic on Dr. Doodle. My go-to stop is the CDC's website. We got options for travelers or for clinicians. Let's say our patient is going to Haiti. The CDC website has a really nice breakdown of different aspects that you'd be interested in. It first talks about vaccines. I use this as my go-to of what vaccines my patients need. Some of the vaccines I can give at my office, others they need to go to the health department for. Looking through here, hepatitis A is recommended. This is why I like to talk to my patients at their annual visits about any future potential plans to make sure they're set up with things like hepatitis A and hepatitis B long before they're actually traveling. I really like their malaria prophylaxis aspect of it. Depending on where people are going, sometimes there's resistance to different agents, so you can look up malaria information. And here it talks about what type of malaria is epidemic in the area. It talks about the species and then the recommended prophylaxis. Rabies is a big one in the sense that a lot of developing countries have the rabies vaccine up there as a tentative vaccination, although it's good to read what they recommend, who's truly at risk, and how to avoid it. If you go to the Yellow Book link on rabies, they talk a little bit about rabies, transmission, epidemiology, clinical presentation. I think the important thing here is post-exposure prophylaxis. Basically, if you read through this, it's saying that if you're at relatively low risk, but you do get bit, get out of there as soon as you can and get good treatment prophylaxis as soon as possible. I would definitely read through the CDC section on rabies at least once so you have a good idea of what they're recommending. Then non-vaccine preventable diseases, it talks about dengue and HIV and tuberculosis and what to think about for that country. And it talks about different things to counsel your patients about. I actually pull up the website in front of my patient and discuss this website with them. Here you have it, the CDC's travel website. It's a quick way to look like you know what you're talking about. I definitely recommend checking it out and using it with your patients.
For more Dr. Doodles, go to drdoodle.com or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.